I am glad you guys are joining me today to do a newborn session in your home. I've gathered some of the things that we're going to need, and we're going to jump right into it. I don't want to spend a lot of time chatting about why we're even doing this video for you guys to be doing your newborn at home. I'd prefer to look at the positive things and look at the silver lining, and so we're going to get started. Welcome to my home, to my bedroom, and this is I guess probably my entire house has lots of windows, and Parker, you can show them. Parker's going to help us out on the video. So there are tons of windows in my house. I picked this room just because it's kind of a big white backdrop here. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is light. So light can be hard light, it can be soft light, it can be filtered light. So the first thing you want to do typically is if you have a room like this that has lots of light, if you don't have a room like this that has lots of light, one of the things that you can do is take a chair like this, and we can move this chair and use this chair for posing your baby on the chair. So where we are with the light, and you could even maybe be a little bit more this way, so your baby would be here at the window. My window, this window typically is not too bright, but if your window is too bright, one of the things that we can do is, let's see here, we'll pull this stuff out that we have ready to go, is a bed sheet. So this bed sheet is the one that I could find in my home. Everything I brought today, except for this baby, is straight out of my house. We didn't pull anything down from the studio. We weren't cheating, so we're trying to help you guys, be as authentic as we can. So take that sheet, masking tape or painter's tape, and we're gonna put that sheet, and that's gonna kind of soften that light a little bit if you guys have hard light coming into your window. So we're going to tape that to the window that you might be working in your home. I'm not going to do that. We actually have some blinds that come down. If we need to do that, we'll do that. So, hey guys, to anybody who's joining in with us today, if you can't make it at 2 o'clock, we're going to put this back up on my feed so you guys can watch it again. So, some of the things that I have gathered from the get-go are... my baby's probably the last thing, so if your baby's in the swing, one of the good things that you might think about doing is go ahead and maybe you want to gather these things tonight, and tomorrow be prepared to shoot. We did a video yesterday that's both on Instagram and Facebook showing how to take some things from your home to make a little headband for your baby. This is something I whipped up quick this morning. This is actually the handle to a gift bag with a rubber band on the back of it. This is an artificial leaf and a little flower. So that's how simple. The other thing that I had that was a little bit more boy friendly, that we did this one yesterday, showed how to do it on video, is the sleepy hat with the matching wrap. And the video for both of these are on my Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, so you guys can kind of make that ahead of time. So those are the things. The other thing that I grabbed, this is a scarf that we're going to use in our session. A little lovey. This little lovey, bless her heart, her little hands. My grandmother made this. If you guys know me, I'm very nostalgic. So we're going to use this little baby. She is in the studio, so if anybody recognizes her, they might go, oh, she's from the studio. She truly is, but she's my grandmama's baby. So we're going to use her. Artificial flowers, if you guys like flowers, I pulled artificial flower. The other things that we have, so this is actually like a doily, I think, that goes on something. This is my great grandmother's handkerchief, and I pulled these to show, kind of trying to find a couple of things that might match in your home, which is usually pretty easy. I think most people have an idea of like the color that they love in their home. I'll give you a good example right here. So this is kind of the colors that I love in my home. So naturally, when I photographed our newborn, I was thinking, not our newborn, I'm sorry, our grandbaby, that's what I meant to say. I would have used some type something like this so that it matched in my home. So you might want to think about that too. So again, this one's like a table runner, nanny's handkerchief. If you're a beige girl like me, we have a scarf, another doily. You might want to grab some type of kind of throw that might be neutral that you can use to photograph. The other things, I have 3 towels here. I'm going to show you guys how to roll those up to prop your baby up for the photo. Some of Parker's mixed match socks. And then these are actually like tea towels or here. And then I have a baby blanket, just a burnt cloth baby blanket. All right, so what we're gonna do is Parker's gonna follow me around the house, and we're gonna find, I did pick this up earlier. It had magazines or something upstairs in it. So kind of wrist to elbow, kind of gives you a good idea of the size that you want. So I have been looking this morning, I already have my eye on a couple of things I think we can use. So we're gonna take off and go see. So this fruit basket actually was one thing that I thought probably fit the size of what we needed to use. So keep your eyes open for the things that definitely could work. The other thing that I was going to use today, we're going to use this bowl so you guys can see it just actually holds some of the things that, I don't know what those are. What are those? I don't even know what to call them. Oh, we're just going to dump them out right there. We're going to use this bowl so it's not too deep, good size round. All right, keep coming. The other thing, fresh flowers again, so if you guys love fresh flowers, we'll take those with us. Keep going. This is another good one, a wreath, but we're gonna go get a different wreath in here, so follow me, Parker. Well, there's kind of like some greenery. That'll be kind of cool. Okay. And then I'm trying to shut you guys out of the dirty places. So the other item was this one. I love how kind of organic that is. So we're going to take that off. And these are going to be our prop items that we're going to use. All right, you guys follow me? So I'm going to sit these right here because we're going to go outside with those. And so let's go back in here and get started. So we talked about lighting. You guys are going to find that good spot in your home. This side of my house, the sun comes up, so I would never use this early in the morning, but now that we're 2 o'clock, we're good. Perfect spot for me to use for a session. Okay, so let's see here. The first thing, if I were thinking about photographing a baby in here, is I would probably take down these books, sit those on the floor, sweet Parker behind the camera, and is that phone call okay? We're good. Yeah. We're still good. Okay. So take this away because we don't use that. A cheat sheet. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna set these things down here for the moment. And Parker, can I use your iPhone because they're going to use their iPhones? Thanks. Okay. Put all those things down there. Florals. Okay. So, I guess that'll be all right. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we'll have our baby ready. Put her right there. So we're going to take this towel, guys, and we're going to kind of roll it up. Can you see it pretty good? What we're doing? Okay. So we're going to kind of roll that up like a snake. A sneaky snake. Okay. So pull up these bed covers. Yes, I still have my heated blanket on. I get cold. Okay, so we're gonna put that there. And I feel like that's not enough, so I'm gonna double that up. Or actually, this one might work better. So the weight sits a little shorter, which makes it a little more thick. So we're gonna put that right there. So we have just like a tad bit of hump. The important thing is kind of try to go ahead and get all of these kind of like wrinkle things out of your bed. You don't want to see all that when you're taking your baby's photo. Whoops, baby's not being discreet. Okay, so Parker, you'll have to come on this side though, because I'm the way. All right, so what I like to do, can you see baby? Is go ahead and kind of have baby close to me, and we're gonna take her hands. We're gonna use this long part. So chin, hand under the chin, and then we're gonna put that one there too. So that pretty much already has her set where she needs to be. Tilt her forward so that she stays on there. We're gonna pat her a little bit. You guys might wanna bring a pacifier. If you're using bottles, you might wanna have a little extra bottle sitting beside you. Parker was laughing at me earlier because I was patting this baby. But we're gonna pat her a little bit, and all of her weight is on this hand here. So then we're kind of gonna pick her up, kind of keep her close to your chest, and we're gonna bend her little knees. So her little knees are gonna bend back. Can you guys see that? So now she's bent back. And then we're gonna keep her close. So she's not out here where she might fall down. She's closer into the chest. And I would never suggest you do this by yourself. If you have hubby home, the bed I'm showing because it's super easy. Baby has a long way to go before they're gonna fall off. But at least this baby's pushed close into me so I can hold her carefully. So we're gonna put her right on that little hump there. And of course, what's gonna happen is your newborn probably is gonna wiggle out of that. They're gonna move their heads around, that sort of thing. So we're just gonna go back and kind of pushing her chin up a little bit, bringing her hands forward. You're doing a great job, Parker. So here we go. So there we go. So don't expect that your baby is going to go into this position like my stand-in baby did, because they're probably not. Probably going to throw a fit. And by saying throw a fit, I don't mean that they are being hurt or harmed. It's just that probably they want to sleep. If you fill them up beforehand and get that tummy good and full, which leads me to another thing that I mentioned, is the temperature in your home. So you guys want to get that temperature, especially when you have a naked baby. Get it warm in your house, because think about if you're naked, where do you need that temperature to be for you to be comfortable? If we have a cold house, the baby's cold, they're not going to relax and they're not going to go into a pose like this. So we need a baby that's full, has a good full tummy, and then the other thing is we need a warm place for them to be. So that means turning the AC off and maybe opening the window up, or just letting it warm up in your house. So a couple of things once we get here. We can use our little sleepy hat that we made last night in the video that I spoke about. So we can go ahead and get that on baby. Do a little tuck there. I kind of like for this to kind of fix it however you like it. Where do you want to see the tail? You don't want to see the tail, but we'll get that sweet baby there. And my baby's kind of wanting to tilt this, and your baby may do the same thing. So sometimes a little tilt that way, one way or the other, might help. Those not dirty socks. They weren't dirty socks, were they, Parker? They're just socks that don't have edges. So if you roll up something like that, little sock, you can go right back under there if you find that your baby is tilting one way or the other, and just put that little sock under there. I'm just putting it right under her elbow right there, and then that'll keep them in place. Make sure you go back and straighten out that bed the best that you can. And let's take our first photo of baby. You guys ready? Okay, so Parker, how can I get on your phone where we want to be normal? Is this the one that has like the portrait mode? Is that portrait mode? Okay, perfect. Yeah. So I would suggest we do portrait mode, okay? And we're going to kind of come up here. Let's see, where do you guys want to be? I kind of think I want to be right there. So we're going to take that shot. And that background blurred out beautifully. Does this one let you adjust brightness? Perfect. Mm-hmm. So if you want to go a little brighter with your baby, there we go. All right, so that's our one shot. Then come over to the side, guys. And you know what? It's, for me, I don't mind if I see some background in here. That is completely up to you guys. But I mean, you obviously can move the camera and not get any of that. So we can come in here and there's another shot for us. And don't forget the special little things. So their little noses and eyelashes. Get in really close and get some of those sweet little shots of that. Okay. So I'm going to take a quick picture with my camera. Here we go. Where I want to be for the shot. Beautiful. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is our little matching wrap that we made yesterday out of the t-shirt material, the long sleeve t-shirt. So we're going to take that and, you know, we can kind of do something like this. That's going to give us something a little different for your baby. Let's get that shot. So we're going to pull back here. Come on, where? Adorable. Right there is perfect for me. So let's see if it'll, I don't feel like it's blurring it like it did before, but that's okay. So that's our shot for that. If your baby's super duper sleepy and you guys are feeling confident, you can take one little hand, and I'm always never really watching the sensitive spots on a baby's face. So I like to go under their chin and kind of just lift up. And we can put a hand here if you guys are feeling super duper confident. And let's get that shot. Perfect. Are anybody asking questions, Parker, that we should answer?
Yeah, one a little bit ago.
What did they ask about?
Yeah.
Let's see. Lauren, wow, I never knew photographers use these. When did you have your first one? Hey, Melissa. When did I have my first baby? That would be Parker West behind the video. He's 18, so that would have been 2002. But our grandchild's 4, Levi. And I'm not going to talk much about Levi because I'm missing him and I might get a little choked up. Melinda Ann, I love your house. It turned out great. Oh, thank you, Melinda. Hey, Tara. Hey, all of you guys. Parker's kind of showing me real quick. Mary Thompson. Hey. Laura. Oh, my gosh. All you guys, thank you so much for your support. Erin, hey, congratulations. You're a boy mom now. You get to do hashtag boy mom. Okay. So that's that shot there. So you guys can pull the hand up. Obviously, you can always remove the hat. One of the things I love that I remember seeing a photo, I think of my brother, that I thought was always so sweet was something like this. I think that was kind of like a 70s kind of style that I saw. But I do love that. So we'll get that shot. Okay. If your baby has lots of hair and you want to show that off, by all means do that. Let's try a headband, guys. Okay, so my headband, again, if you guys didn't see it earlier, literally, shout out to Crystal Teague. My husband had to go see her, Teague Dental, and she gave him this little gift bag. This is the handle off of it. So I took that out of the trash, made the handle, put a rubber band on the back so it gives some stretch, and just literally hot glued this to it. So these are like super duper simple things we can do, guys. How precious is that? Okay, so let's shoot that one. I'll get here. We're gonna raise that light up just a little bit. Oop, too bright. Okay, so we'll get that shot. Move farther away. There we go. Oh, if I pull back, it does. Duh. Okay. There. So I guess we could always crop in on these shots. So we have that. Okay, so let's move on and do something different. So the next thing I would suggest is we're going to kind of pick baby up. So I'm putting pressure on their shoulders. You mamas know how to take care of your babies, but baby safety is always first in my studio. So we're going to take her and just kind of roll her over this way and let her lay there so she's comfortably laying down. And we're going to move our little headrest around. So now, same little piece that I had under there, the towel rolled up, we're going to put that this way. So now it's this way to the bed. Here's the end of my bed, so we're going to push it further back. We obviously don't want anybody's baby rolling off the bed. So we're going to push that back just a little bit. So we're going to move baby down. Parker being so gentle with my sweet baby. He's laughing at me with my baby. Okay, so that's much better. We're much further away from the edge of the bed. Okay, so this one. All right, so you guys are probably like, what is my baby wearing? Like, what if my baby uses the bathroom on my bed? I would suggest keeping the diaper on them. And then we're going to use some things to cover the diaper up. So what we're going to do here is we're going to slide baby up to her head is on this hump, and she's going to be right at the edge of that. Right at the edge. The scarf is round. So we're going to see if we can get little baby to fold her legs in here. Maybe this little hand. My little baby doesn't work as great as your baby is going to bend, but we're going to do that. If your baby keeps flopping her legs out because she's like, oh, that doesn't feel good, we're going to flop the legs out here. Then what we're going to do is take one of these tea towels. We're going to roll them up again. We're going to put this underneath her bum. So this is going under her bum. That's going to keep her legs tilted up a little bit for us. Then there's several things that we can do. One, here's that little baby that can come into play here. So if your baby is more comfortable with her hands down here, then obviously if you guys have a little lovey, then that could go there. We're going to take a scarf, and the scarf can actually kind of, you know what, I actually might like this if we had started here. So let's pretend like we started with the scarf laying out and put the baby on top. So let me do that. That might be better. Back, baby by the neck. Okay, so let's do this. So the scarf is laying out already. We're going to pick our baby up, and we're going to put her back down onto the scarf. There we go. That makes a little more sense. Her legs are going to fold up here, and we're going to take this and push it under her bum. And we're going to take the other side and push under her bum. So her weight of her body is holding down the scarf and keeping her covered up. So we're not seeing any baby parts, and we're not seeing any diaper. Does that make sense? Again, we're going to go back and see if we can straighten out some of this. Okay, where's her little hat? Her little. So we're going to put her little this on her. That down her head. Very cute. Little hand can go there. Let's go for that Livy. I like that better. Okay, did I mention to you guys that that's my grandmother's baby? If any of my cousins are watching. That is Margaret's, one of her babies. Okay, so we're just gonna tuck this under so that it looks nice and neat. We're gonna get back to the phone, and we're not gonna shoot down here, guys, okay? Can you see the back of that phone, Parker? Mm-hmm. We're not going up there. We're coming over here, okay? And that's gonna be our photo. Right there. You got it? Did you see that, Toots? Okay, so that's one. Then we're going to come up here and we're going to the top of this baby. 2. Perfect. And then if you guys want to come in super duper close and get a sweet little shot. How adorable is that? And then I'm going to get a few with my camera. So, are you guys having a good time? So if you are, give me a thumbs up, heart, something. Let me know, Parker. Let me know what's rolling through there. We're gonna come up here. Sweet little photo from there. Okay. All right. So here's another idea. Once you have your baby there, they're comfortably settled. I probably would like for her to be more in the center of my bed, just for safety purposes, than even where she is right now. I'm comfortable here while I'm here, but if I'm gonna step away, I would prefer her, especially if I don't have a spotter, to be more here. And this is why we cleaned off the, Parker, you might can see if you stand back that way. So we cleaned off and just have this simple, clean kind of a look. So you can get your entire home. If you step back, we might have to go to regular photo for this. There we go. And I always kind of love this shot because, let's see if we can, these things make a huge difference, guys. So make sure you got nice smooth. But I love this because then you can see how tiny the baby is in this big bed. So that's that shot. We're gonna get it back here with my camera. So, baby on the back, I'm kind of thinking of the things that I want to go through. Hey Tanya, I saw you. Caitlin, hey girly. Andrea, love this. Hey guys, I'm so excited y'all are here. This is so funny because I told my husband, I said, can you please like log in, at least watch me so I look like I have one person watching me. And he's cleaned his boat today, so he may not even be watching anymore. So here's some more things, guys. So little flowers, I mean, you know, anything you can find around your house, take that away and then just give your sweet baby girl a little flower. Things like that make it super easy. If you already have bonnets at home, and I know so many moms usually do, like grandmama made a bonnet or they've already ordered something off of Etsy, this is a good time while your baby's already asleep to remove those things and put a bonnet on. This is a great portrait. I'm thinking of some of my clients who already have babies that are maybe 2 and 3 years old and you want to incorporate them into the photo. This is the perfect time. If you have the baby more situated to the back of the bed, then you can have that little sibling come in and give a kiss, or maybe they can lay down on the bed side by side and you take a picture up here of them. That way you get siblings and baby into the shot. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to show you real quick, let's do one more. So that was 2 different poses, but let's move into what about those adorable, you know, the feet photos, like the little toes. I love little toes. So we can take this from underneath baby, and she's still in her diaper. And then we're gonna take her little toes. How cute is this? Maybe we could even take our flower, right? Our flower's too big though, that wouldn't work. So we're gonna take her little toes, and we're just gonna go around and around and around. Maybe don't even need to go so much with this one, but we have her little toes here. So then we're gonna get a shot of those toes, right? So we're gonna come in, get a cute little photo of those baby toes. How cute. Maybe I should paint my baby's toes. Like she has eyelashes. Maybe we should get her some toe polish. Okay. So the last pose that we're going to do on the bed, and then we're going to move outside. So we're moving pretty quickly, but you guys can ask questions at any time. Hello, this is great for everyone. Hey, Caitlin. Love that doll baby girl. It's funny. This is a baby boy. Because how do the boys always have those big, thick lashes, right? It's a boy because my boy has thick lashes. And that's what I was, he's like having a funny face, but true, like he has the thickest lashes ever. Okay, so let's get baby back where she was. Okay, so she was here laying down, right? So what we're gonna do is pull her little feet up here and kind of around to the side, her little hands out of the way. We're just gonna move her bum so that now she's laying on her side, okay? And her little face is here. So now she's on her side. We can take this little hand and go back under her face. This little hand can come here. Is that, you guys can see that? Get those little feet the best you can. That's kind of one of those techniques. That's kind of a harder thing to teach. But if you guys get the, pretty much that, you're gonna have a beautiful shot. So we want her face there. And then we're gonna take something else. Let's do this. Let loose of that. Let's go. Can I hold a bit? There we go. Okay. So I like to kind of stay consistent. If we have light colors, I kind of will stay that same light color thing. So baby has a diaper on, so we need to keep that diaper covered. So we're gonna pull this up here, and we can do a shot perfectly just like that. But one of the tips that I love, take this little short side, tuck that under your baby, get it good and tucked under there, just like that. And then we're gonna let this kind of go up the back. I know you guys have kind of seen that, and I think we can do it with an iPhone. So there's our baby. Let's give her back her little headband. Erin, I was thinking of you when I was thinking about siblings and putting the baby in the middle, because those two sweet girls would be beautiful with a little baby boy in the middle of them. And if you were doing a shot like that, I might put him in a super tight onesie, just white plain onesie. And your girls are getting a little older. I was going to suggest maybe just white panties, but even at their age, you might could do that and the girls be rolled in towards him, so you're not really seeing anything on the top part. But if you aren't comfortable with that, maybe just simple little, they might have white nightgowns or little white dresses, something super duper simple, and lay them out on the bed and get that shot. I want you to tag me. By the way, you guys tag me in any photo that you do. I super want to see it. Or we're going to use the hashtag NicCole Newborn. So you guys let me know. Tag NicCole Photography or use the hashtag. Okay, so let's go back to photographing. Whoa, what happened? Ooh, it was blue. Okay, let's go to portrait mode on our phone. You guys are seeing that? So it's kind of giving us that soft blur in the background. So we are going to come here and photograph that shot. Boom. Right there. Okay. And then I'm going to do it with my phone. So we're going to get that shot. I'm going to come in here. Tilt. One. Perfect. So super duper too bright. The sun's changing on me. There. Much better. Camera strap around your neck. Brittany, hey girly. Erin, I know you would love that idea. Please do it. I want to see it. So always, always, if you're going to use a bigger camera like this and you're going above your baby, strap around the neck. We don't want something to fall. Okay, so then we're going to come up here and we're going to get that shot from up here. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's do that one with your phone from up here. That's really sweet. Okay. All right, you guys ready to do a prop? So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go outside. It's so nice. It's warm. Babies just came out of a 98-degree oven. So being outside is super duper. They love that. So we're gonna take our baby. We're gonna take our props that we gather around my house, and we're gonna go outside on my porch. Now, I'll show you one other thing if you don't have a porch like we do. So I have it's an actual porch, so Parker showed it to you, which is awesome. Parker, you're doing such a great job, thank you. So I have the overhang there, so that is keeping a lot of the shade there, but it's kind of like a, what do we call that? Open shade. So it's still open, but we have shade. So we're gonna use that outside. If you guys don't have that, I'm gonna show you another great idea, because this prop, one of them is actually gonna be what we call bird's eye. So we're just standing here looking down over your baby taking a photo. So if you have great hardwoods, we could do that in here. So let's take this baby with us. Let me gather up this stuff really quickly. We will not need that, but we might need these. So we'll take this stuff with us. Parker, you're not getting my bad side, are you? Don't be getting my bad side. Okay. Flour. Stinky sock. I brought a dark sock because if any of you happen to use something, we're going to use a dark bowl. We might use a dark sock. Yes, what do we have? Andrea, hey, this is reminding me of Cash's. I know you did lots of these photos. I love them. This is going to give me a baby fever. Oh, you should, girl. One more. A girl. We need to try for a girl. Okay, let's go.
You need this blanket.
No, I don't need that blanket. Thank you for reminding me. But we do not need it. We are going to go outside. Here. There. Okay. Let me grab these other props. Okay. So, you guys are wondering why I decided to come outside. It was majority the rug, and we're probably going to go around to this other rug, or I'll bring it over here probably. Maybe we'll do that. Let me grab this rug. So, the rug, the big deal about the rug, I love the texture of the rug. So, that's why we're coming outside with it. I'll show you guys. So our wreath that we took off of the architectural piece in the house, we're just going to drop that down, and we're going to put the bowl in the center. Parker, can you get a good shot? You got a good shot at that? Okay. So, take our bucket of items with you, because once you get down there, you don't want to be hopping up and down, getting what you need. So, we have baby, our sweet little baby. I know you don't like it when I hold the baby like that. The fake baby like that. Okay. So, we're going to get down here. Don't let me forget about the folks who don't have a porch like this or a covered area to go under, because essentially what I was going to say is just open up your door, open up the front door and shoot right there at the front door, because that'll give you covering with the sunlight kind of being there. Okay, so let's go to this. Here's our wrap that we're going to use. So baby should still have diaper on. Take this wrap, put it under baby like this. So we have a short piece and a long piece. Pull that down underneath baby and get that down under his head. All right. Crisscross those little legs. Hands can come down by the bum. Can you see what I'm doing here? Or you can just kind of cross them here if you want to. So down by the bum like that. Or we can do it up here. Some babies that like their hands near their face, I mean, you can do that one too. It's a little more challenging, but I would suggest here. All right, so we're always gonna go crisscross. We're never gonna go super tight up here because we don't wanna go tight around baby's neck. So we're gonna take this top part, we're gonna come across, and we're pulling it fairly tightly at the same time pulling this. So we're pulling it fairly tight. This last side that's hanging out, we're gonna do the same thing. So we're pulling it tight, pulling this tight, tucking under. Keeping that baby locked in, okay? So we're gonna go crisscross again up here on your baby. Pick them up, put that over, crisscross. And we can do a couple of things here. We could tie a little knot. If you guys wanna like tie a knot here, you could do that. I think I'm gonna go one more time. If your baby's not too squirmy, you could probably do that knot and work out fine. If the baby's a little moving, then maybe you want to wrap around one more time. So we have a sweet little baby wrapped up. Our little hat from yesterday, right down here. Ooh, that breeze feels good. Okay. I like to try to use the smooth side of this bowl. Got some glitter in it from that stuff. So we're going to put baby here. We're just going to pick them up, sit them right down in that bowl. And then we have a little sleepy hat that we can do. So my baby is not going to be in probably like yours is, so I'm going to tell you what will happen. Your baby is probably going to sink down into here, and you're going to need to put something underneath their neck. And that's where this dark sock came in. I chose dark because my bowl is dark, but you're going to roll that up and probably need to put it under your baby's neck right here. Otherwise, your baby's going to be face buried down, but you're going to put your baby down. The neck, this is not going to work for me. It's a fake baby, obviously. He doesn't bend right there, but you'll need to maybe compensate for that. You might not have to, but okay. So we have all of that together. A little sleepy hat. Maybe let's do it from this side. There we go. Okay. So we're going to stand up, take a look at everything we have there, and we're going to come above baby. Are you still good? And this may be where you're going to see, you're like, oh, I can't see my baby's face. That's where you're going to have to put something rolled up under there to kind of lift that face up a little bit. And we're using an iPhone today, so I'm clicking that I want it to be on the baby's face, but I'm taking my light down a little bit. I kind of like that one a little darker, and then we're going to take that shot. So once we have the full big shot, did you get that shot, Parker? Once we have the full big shot, then we can come in and get some close ones down here of your baby. To the side. And then I'm going to grab one and we're going to put the strap over my neck. And we're going to grab a shot from up here.
Someone asked if you could use a blanket or camouflage to put under the baby's neck because it looks like a big gap.
It is a big gap. Your baby is not going to probably have that gap because your baby's going to be able to bend more than my baby can because of just the way my baby's made. You can put absolutely anything under there. But your baby, what's going to happen is they're going to slide and fit into the little bowl. But what's going to happen is they're going to do that. Like my baby's like this. Yours is going to do like that. So you need to put something to compensate under there. So you're 100% right. You need something under there. I think something that, if you're using like a camouflage setting and husband has some deer horns and you kind of put that around it, that's super cool. That would work perfectly. Anything that kind of works into your prop. Obviously, like this that I have here, I wouldn't want to take like a bright red scarf and just roll it up and stick it in there because then it's probably not going to match.
And then Aaron said, what should I use with, or what settings should I use with my DSLR camera?
Ooh, look at you, girlfriend. I will tell you what I'm set at. So I'm always set on manual, and for me I have the 35 millimeter on, and let's see here, I'm at 500 shutter speed, 1.4, and my ISO is 100. Does that help you out? But now your settings might change based on how much light you have. So I'm at 1.4, which means a lot of things are softening up in this, except for where I'm actually have my little red focus spot. Everything else is softening up, and then I'm at 500. But the ISO, you may have to adjust. You may need more depending on how much light or darkness you have. Does that make sense, maybe? That got it? That was good for her? Okay, good. That was a good question. Thank you, Mary. Okay, so far what I've showed you is super duper easy stuff. Once the baby is in the prop like that, it's super easy for us to pick the baby up, move them over, and we can move this out of the way and change it up. So what I was saying before with the mom that asked about the camouflage, deer horns. So we if we have dads that are hunters, outdoorsmen, the deer horn goes around that. If there was a little girl in this prop, maybe we could take these and go around something like that. You know, change it out anyway. Put a piece of greenery there and let that be it. So it's super easy ways that you can change it out and do something. I always suggest, the thing that I love about doing them at home is you're pulling these things from your house. So probably by the time you take these images, they are going to beautifully blend in your home because it's things that you have. Example, you probably can tell by now I love stuff very natural. So this jute rug, this old wooden dough bowl, baskets, those kind of things are kind of my style. So what you're doing with your baby in your home is probably going to be a lot of your style too. And when you print those portraits, put them on the wall or you have them sitting on a coffee table, something like that, they're going to blend seamlessly with your house. Okay, so the last thing, this is our challenging prop. Okay, so our challenging prop. So I like to size my props kind of like, I know I said fingertip to here last night, but really it's more like my wrist to my elbow. So that lets me know baby's probably gonna fit in there. And then what we need to do is roll up towels again. So we're gonna roll up towel. These towels, doesn't matter what color, because we're gonna cover them up with things like your scarf or your doilies, anything that you like. So we're gonna put it here. Okay. Squish it up there. So the idea here is that we have a little bit of kind of like a shelf for baby in there. So we're gonna take this, roll it up. We're gonna put that right there. We'll use this one if we need to. Are you guys following along? Are you learning something? Do you guys think you could probably do this? I think y'all could. I think you could do it at home. And then once you're able to get out with baby and get a professional shoot, you guys will be so glad you did this. Okay, so baby's already wrapped in this wrap. So instead of unwrapping baby, moving to something else, if you've already moved through all the things that we did and you guys are like, oh, I feel like I could do it, then we're gonna do the shot, okay? So we're gonna pick baby up and we're gonna put baby down into this bucket. There we go. We're gonna remove that. Ooh, that's awful. Come out of there, baby. I didn't cover my stuff up, guys. Y'all don't do that. Don't put your baby in there and realize, oh, I didn't cover it up. Okay. So we're gonna use this. Much better, right? All right. So baby goes in. And I think probably what I might do too is, might throw this. Did you guys see my baby sink in too far? Like he looked like he sunk too far in there. So we're gonna make up for that. So here we go. There. Bring this back up so we don't see any of that towel in there. And then we're gonna sit baby down again. Much better. See how he didn't sink too far that time? Okay. So these towels I have back here, we're gonna scoot them forward. See how that props baby up a little better. Scoot this forward. All right, let's make sure we got this stuff covered up. We don't wanna see that. Cute. Okay, hat. What did I do with the hat, Parker? Did I lose it? Did it go in the bucket? It probably went in the bucket. That's okay. We don't have to do the hat. Okay. So that challenging shot.
I
Yeah.
have 1% left.
Okay. Parker's telling me he has 1% on his phone, so I better move with it if I'm going to use his phone for photos. Okay. So here we are. We're going to get this shot from here of Sweet Baby. Adorable. And, whoopsie. Come over here, get a little side shot. That's cute. What I am watching, so you guys watch this up here on your phone. See how you have, when I was going to take that shot, we have all this. You can crop it later, but I like to get things nice in camera. So we're going to come up here, get a little shot, close in on that baby face. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, one more I'm going to show you guys. Parker's phone died, so we're not going to get this shot with an iPhone. But pull Sweet Baby back out of there and readjust what we have inside. So we're going to make our shelf again. We have that. Turn the bucket this way to yourself. Okay. Oh, somebody's hunting. So we're going to peel Baby down like a little onion. So we're not completely unwrapping them. We're just peeling down their little clothes for their little wrap here, which I apparently have done pretty well at. There we go. So we're going to peel it down enough just to get out their little hands. And we're going to do similar to what we did before. So I'm going to do this backwards, which might be a little bit hard since Parker's on that side, but we're going to put their hands under their chin again like we did before. So we have this here. When they're going in, it's kind of backwards for me, so I'm going to turn Baby this way so I can show you guys better. Hand under the chin. We're going to rest over onto me. This hand's going under the chin like that. Baby's going to lean forward like this, so they're kind of already set for what they're going to do. Pat, 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 and then they're going back into the bucket, just like that. So Baby's back in the bucket. And we're back to this cute little face pose that we can put a hand here. If you guys like that, you can see my little thing here, so we're gonna kind of try to cover that up. So we got there. Or we can pick up Baby's chin and put the little hands under there, just like that. Yay. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that you feel like you learned something and that you could quite possibly photograph your baby at home while we're all at home. Again, I am so excited about seeing all these new babies. I have a little bit of baby fever myself because I'm missing everybody's babies in the studio. But tag me in your images that you show, Instagram, Facebook. Parker's smiling because he's like, yes, I told you to say that, Mama. And also make sure you use the hashtag Nicole Newborn, and that's 2 C's, NICCOLE Newborn. You guys have a great day. Gather things in your home. Watch the video yesterday that we did about making the sleepy hat with the wrap and the halo. You guys take care. Thank you so much for joining me. It was nice to spend some time with other folks. Bye.